Henley, magic name for rowing men the world over. Here congregate old-timers, present-timers, and would-be timers. Probably the most conservative collection of sportsmen to be found anywhere. Only seasoned oarsmen can hope for a place in the boat, whether they represent college, school, or club. And to be worthy, months of hard grind must be undertaken and much disappointment experienced. But here we are, to see and to enjoy this beautiful regatta on the upper reaches of the Thames, where healthy youth struggles and strains for the honor of college, school, or club, as the case may be. Here's a hard luck story. A dead heat between two college crews necessitating a row off. Only a rowing man knows what that means on dead water, with many races before and probably many to follow. But there's honor attached to the ordeal, so carry on, Henley. Further down the river, closer to the city and to the grime of London, there are many clubs that carry on. Once a rowing man, always a rowing man. This Empire crew is composed of the best men chosen from the metropolitan clubs, some ex-varsity men, who, although tied down to the city during the week, still find enough spare time to keep their hand in. That's not a bad combination for a crew that's only been in the boat a week and hardly had time to sort themselves out. The coach, Jack Beresford, has much work to do before he delivers them over fit and ready to uphold English rowing. For an 8 is a highly disciplined affair, where every man Jack has to sink his own individuality and become as one. Naturally, to bring this about is not a matter of weeks, but of months of hard work for the coach to unite them as a whole. As for the crew, well, they have to become a modern version of the old-time galley slaves, though nowadays the coach's tongue takes the place of a rail whip. It's not hard to realize what an important item balance is, so weight adjustment of the crew is an expert's job. There can be no passengers. Every man must pull his weight with rhythm. Like many other sports, starting is an important matter. What must it be when 8 men have to go off as one? These fellows are old-timers at the job, as you can see, and hit the water smartly together, getting the boat moving quickly off the mark. In rowing, it's generally the best policy to lead from the start, and so to get a good view of your opponents, so that you can regulate your pace by theirs. With most other sports, it's advisable perhaps to let the others do the donkey work. Let's leave them to their job. Ted Phelps, son of the world-renowned Bossy Phelps, the King's Barge master and professional pilot to the Oxford crew. It's quite natural that a son of a great waterman should excel as a sculler, and Ted was professional champion in 1930 and 1933. His style is clear-cut and quite worthy for any wet bob to copy. There are no frills. It's a business-like stroke. The beginning of each stroke is hard and clean. His craft is dead level. As he explains, he brings this about by his hard drive with his legs. The boat's a mere cockleshell. It wouldn't take much bad sculling to scuttle her. So you must realize that all movements must be even, with a balance that is perfection itself. Yet he swings his powerful shoulders back with no uncertain movement as he drives his legs forward. The boat moves swiftly with the great power he uses so freely, and he looks as though he were part of it. Hence the perfect rhythm displayed. Naturally, there are other salient points that should be observed, such as the finish of his stroke. And this again is clean and hard. The blades leaving the water together with a crispness that is a delight to watch. There's no suggestion of any ill timing as he moves forward to his next stroke, and all the balance of the boat is taken by the feet, thereby keeping it on an even keel. Any unorthodox movement would only rock the frail craft and immediately act as a brake. It looks so easy, but it takes years of constant practice to produce this effect. The basis of it all is timing, when and how to apply your weight at each stroke. If you are interested, you will notice that his boat is travelling at its fastest speed when his blades are out of the water, the time when his body is moving forward for the next stroke. Any jerky or hurried movement must retard this boat's speed. If you care to become a sculler, that is an ordinary sculler, and have 3 years to spare, then take it up. And then, if you wish to enter the championship class, you must be prepared to scull an additional 2,000 miles to bring about the desired result. I hope I have not deterred any ardent spirits from entering the ranks of scullers, but you may as well know that this sport is a hard and complicated one and calls for a great deal of perseverance. The first 5 years are the worst, I believe, and then you get used to it. Don't meddle about with it without the necessary coach, or you're sure to get wet.